What up, y'all? Here we are back again for another episode of I'm Almost Joking Podcast. I am one half of Disrespective Collective, Craig Smith, a.k.a. Sincere Life, here with...
It's your boy Queese, a.k.a. Dash. We're for episode 48 like Moose Johnston. You don't even know who that is, do you?
No.
Football stuff. used to play for the Cowboys with Emmitt Smith.
I'm like, what?
The fullback, every time you get the ball, they go, Moose. Y'all gonna make me sound crazy?
Shout out to everybody who heard that know what it is. Because I don't watch football. I thought you was going to say like 48, like some basketball player that I could be astonished by that had number 48.
No one wears 48 in basketball.
Nah, they really don't. It's hard to find basketball numbers, man, the higher
bro.
you get up.
Yeah, you get to 48, 49. That's rough.
We got to start using football. I'm telling you, we going to get to a number where we're going to have to start rapping, making our own bars for them, but that's cool.
Yeah, after 50, I think basketball players pretty much over with. It's all football at that point.
I know, right?
I can get you David Robinson, then that's pretty much it.
I wasn't even going to say it, but we was both thinking the same person. That's all we got for 50.
I can get you David, and then after that, you know we all football players after that.
I'm going to find the 50. Jack Sikma was number 50. Somebody who...
I could think of a couple 50s. Greg Anthony was 50. All
right, cool. What was Bill Walton number? You know, one of them old players.
Bill
Pete Archibald. What was him? Oh, he was 44, wasn't he?
Pete?
Yeah, he was 44.
Pistol Pete was 44.
Yeah. That's what I call him.
You talking about Tiny Archibald.
What did I say?
You said Pete Archibald. You just gave him two totally different names. You racist.
Nate Archibald.
he gave him a white and a black dude. You just made him a mixed kid off the top right there. Just Pistol right. Pete Archibald.
Pete Maravich, Nate Archibald. I know. All right. Shout out to Oscar Robertson.
What number was he?
Number 3, number 1, number 0.
Let's talk about number 21. Primetime Deion Sanders.
We leading with that, huh?
We don't lead. My boy Deion was in the news this week. He accepted a coaching position at Colorado to upgrade his coaching career and move on to a bigger school. And he got a little flack for this, Craig. Got a little flack.
I bet he did.
Got a little flack.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the flack comes because initially when he took the job to coach at a HBCU, he's at Jackson State for those who don't know. He said he wanted to bring more light to a HBCU, show that there's talent there, show that these kids are just as good as the kids at the big programs, and that they can be recruited to the HBCUs. And he was real big on turning the HBCUs into a more notable conference, into a team that you can put these teams on the big team schedules and they can compete. He really wants to do this initially, from what he said. But he left for the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't they all?
They always leave for the bag. And he took some of the top recruits that he recruited to Jackson State with him. So, being that he now has this backlash and this very lucrative job, how you feel about this, Craig?
All right. Look, I don't know which way you lean on it, but I'm gonna say this. I kind of see both sides. I lean a little bit more towards the people without, only because I'm without. So I understand that side more. Do I see the other side where it's like, I did do what I said I was going to do?
You can't take both sides, Craig. You're going to kill my argument on either side if you take both sides. Which side are you on, Craig?
I just said what side I'm on.
Okay.
I lean more towards...
You got to lean on that side. Don't try to lean on my side, too. Get off my side.
Oh, so that's your side. Okay.
That's my side. Get off my
side. I mean, while I understand that, you said you was going to be there, and I feel like you could have gave them 4 years. Those kids that you promised, those recruits that you recruited, you could have gave them a full scholarship years, or at least the 3 years that the NFL requires for them to go into the NFL before you make a jump like that and make a decision like that to lead them. I understand that maybe your son was going and your son was transferring or your son was leaving, and that's great and all. But, I kind of feel him, man. I feel him with you said you was going to do this, and then you left for the bag, essentially. I know you left the game plan. I know you left this is what's supposed to be done. I've seen the video where you told the kids, hey, don't jump into the portal Monday. Stay here. Stick out the da-da-da. I heard that, because I didn't do the research further to find out if they really did or not, because I don't follow college football like that. I heard that most of those kids jumped into the portal to transfer.
Of course.
And they were there for him. Now, while you did bring attention to HBCUs and all of that, I get that. But you stick out that commitment, or you stick out that at least, and send some kids to the NFL from this HBCU, so you can have this HBCU can have some credit of sending some people there, and you can have some proof.
Ooh, I'm glad you brought that point.
And you can have some proof of your concept of being like, I set this up. These are the people that's gonna run that. I taught this person these 3-4 years how to run this program. This person's gonna run this program. I'm gonna move on to do this at this school. Now, while I can also bring some of those recruits and some of the people that I want that may not get an opportunity to go to a conference like the Colorado's in, I could bring them here. I can also leave these people with a proven blueprint to get some of their students also to the NFL. So the same students that won't get the opportunity to get to these conferences can have the opportunity at Jackson and these other HBCUs to go there. And
all right, now, this is what I think. I think he achieved everything he said he was going to do. He went there. He said, my goal is to bring attention to the HBCUs. He brought attention. He brought notoriety. He got them some ESPN games. He also did put a couple players in the NFL, one of them being Mr. Houston, who played for the Lions, who has 3 sacks on the year and not even 3 games. He hasn't even played 3 games and already got 3 sacks, putting in work. Shout out to my boy. Yeah, I got to show some love to the Lion. But
NFL games be like so low. It'd be like he ain't played 3 games, he got 3 sacks.
Hey, he out here.
If you didn't play 3 games and you got 3 assists in the NBA, boo boo.
Hey, 3 sacks is work.
Oh, I
know.
know.
What I'm saying?
I know.
As a unsigned drafted rookie who was on a practice squad, came in his first 2 games, he got 3 sacks. Shout out to Houston. He doing his thing. So what I'm saying is this: he did put some players in the NFL. He also have a couple on his roster currently who will more than likely was on his roster that will go to NFL. He actually got them to transfer to Colorado. So he's still coaching them. He's still holding his promise to them kids that he did recruit, who was kids that was actually ranked to go to D1 schools, to actually go to the ACC schools.
So he taking those.
He took those
taking
kids
their
with
best
him.
players. Away.
That's kind of bogus. I know. But he promised those kids he would coach them, and he did take those kids, his son included, as well as receiver name.
My bad. I guess he ain't breaking no promises.
Yeah,
Everybody he said he'll take care of. He leave.
And he told the kids before he left, hey, I don't want y'all to go in the transfer portal and get lost in the shuffle. And all of y'all who thinking about doing that, come holler at me and let me talk to you and keep it real with you. He kept it real with his kids. Then when he went to Colorado, he kept it real with them kids. Hey, look, y'all was 1 in the season last year. That means y'all won 1 game, and that's not good enough, and y'all not good enough. And if you're not a player, you're not gonna be here. So get in the transfer portal, switch schools, do whatever you need to do, because I'm bringing my luggage with me, and it's Louis. He said I'm bringing the talent with me, and I'm recruiting the talent, and we gonna change this. And if y'all ain't good, y'all ain't gonna be here. All I ever say you can expect for somebody in life is for them to be honest with you, for them to be real with you. He said, I'm going to recruit these kids and I'm going to coach these kids. He took them with him. He said, I'm going to bring attention here. He brought attention. He said, I'm going to put some of these kids from the HBCU in the league. He did that. I think Deion did his thing. I think.
No bullshit, man. If all of that is true, and he did that, and he bringing the people over, and he put people in the NFL, brought attention, brought light, left them with a game plan.
Yep.
Bringing the players that was,
high ranked, highly recruited players
to come over there, and they probably finna get a bunch of attention if they change that program around.
Yep.
Man,
he did exactly what he said, and on top of that, I feel like
I still want to hate for some reason,
but that's what I'm saying.
I feel like really make it hard to hate.
The people who be hating on him. Is like,
and it ain't hate. Wait a minute, let me get this off. My bad.
The black people who be hating on people like Deion irritate me. I'm gonna tell you why. You can't have it both ways. One notion they'll say black men don't get the opportunity in college sports to be head coaches, and even in the NFL don't get the opportunity. They don't get the opportunities that other white coaches get or whatever. He took a HBCU, made them notable. Took a job, not at the biggest school. He in Colorado where he could smoke weed. I feel you, Deion. But he in Colorado, right? He took that job.
I did not think. You are swaying me in this argument. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to find something to argue. I'm going to find something to be mad about.
Play for me and get high. Don't you want to come to the Rocky Mountains? You know what I'm saying? But
because if we could be so real, I'm going to be real with you, coach. All right? For real. I won't smoke on practice days, and I won't smoke before when I'm around come
days,
here. But if I'm playing Madden at the crib, I'm smoking, bro.
It's legal. What can they say to him? But you know what I'm saying? He did everything he said he was gonna do, and now the people who is upset, I feel like they doing a typical thing of you trying to fight the same fight on both sides of the fence. You can't do that. You can't say you mad that they don't get opportunities, then get mad when Deion took an opportunity to actually go and do these things that we don't typically get opportunities to do.
And still essentially kind of put us as black men
exactly.
in a positive light because he getting the chance to be the head coach and run that program.
And he bringing the kids with him that he recruited.
He's one of the people that if we do want anybody to get that chance, he's one of the people that we want to get that chance
because he's unapologetically Deion.
Right,
he's black. He don't get there. He don't talk like them. We love that about him. We love that he keep it 100.
We know he for us, and we know he 100.
He ain't sold us out. Deion trying to bring us to now. He's bringing us to the more national stage and that type of a conference and that type of a team to show that we don't have to always adjust to them for us to be good at our jobs. He going to be Deion Sanders and he going to turn that program around. I guarantee you, within the next 3 years, Colorado would be a top 10 team.
But what if they not? Then what happens?
They'll be a top 25 team.
No, but what if they not, though? I'm saying
he won't get fired. Deion definitely won't get fired. He's going to succeed.
So it's no even thoughts.
I guarantee Deion Sanders
no
succeed.
No thoughts, no plans, no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes about him failing.
Nope. He will succeed.
Has Deion Sanders ever failed at anything?
Nope. Exactly. He didn't fail in HBCU. He didn't fail as a player. He didn't fail as a commentator. He didn't fail in college.
How many
he didn't fail in baseball. Like 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
He succeeded
in
World
Series he got.
I don't think he won the World Series.
So he failed.
He didn't fail.
He failed then.
Actually, wait a minute.
I found a failure. He ain't got a World Series.
He might have got one with the Braves. They was definitely in the World Series one year because he played an NFL game and went to the World Series in the same day. Yeah. Deion. This GOAT.
How many NBA championships he got?
That's because he had time to hoop.
How many times he beat Jordan, goddamn? They can't be this good, man.
Deion said, I ain't taking no L's. I ain't never playing him. I ain't playing Jordan.
Man.
Nah, so I'm saying
shout out to Deion, man. I rocks with Deion. I just felt those people that's gonna be missing out. What if you're not good enough to go to Colorado with them, you know? That type of shit.
I feel like the criticism isn't even warranted.
And I feel
players
like
is good enough.
A graduating class at least. But if I didn't know nothing about him putting people in the NFL, that destroys my argument for that at least, as far as staying there 4 years and having some people graduate with you. Also, another thing that kind of destroyed that I got to acknowledge. What I'm gonna do? How I'm gonna argue something that I feel I agree with? If you bring in those recruits that you recruited and promised with you and bringing them to a bigger school and putting them in a bigger light, then you also
I'm going to keep it fair. He didn't take everybody, but he took the highly recruited kids. So the kids...
He took the kids that proved and showed.
He took all those kids, and he took the kids that was widely recruited. So the kids that was recruited by the Clemsons and the Alabamas and the Notre Dames, he recruited those kids and got them to come play with him.
They don't go to the Clemsons and the
I think he wanted to hold his word because you know when you recruit, you talk to their parents. And that's what I'm saying. He kept it a buck. He told them parents, "Hey, I'm going to take care of your child." And when he left, he made sure them kids came with him. I feel like that's.
And you think those the ones he took with him as opposed to
absolutely? And
you thought he was just as real to the ones that he.
Yep, that's why he told them like, don't just jump in the transfer. Come holler at me. The ones who didn't, you know what I'm saying? Don't go send yourself off. I'm going to let you know if you can play on that level so you don't get lost on the bench. You don't want to go transfer to Clemson or somewhere and then and I say Clemson because that's like a really, let's say somewhere like, let's say Ole Miss. Good team, not at the top of the thing right now. You don't want to go transfer to Ole Miss and you a star over here and now over there you they third string defensive tackle or something. So you don't send yourself off for your future because y'all upset right now and think like, hey, I need to go get this, you know what I'm saying, the scholarship somewhere else.
How many people you think he told, like, hey, enjoy this right now? Like, because, you know, after this. Like,
I mean, I don't know coach does that, though.
It's probably going to be security at the clubs.
Oh, you mean after their college career? Oh, I think Deion definitely tell somebody that, like, you ain't going to the next level.
Hey, just enjoy this right here, man. Go ahead and ride it out here. Stay here for another year or two. You know, graduate. Maybe you can get a job in what you graduate in or something.
Yeah, he was like, look, man.
But they need you here right now, though. They need you here.
The school needs you, but just know 2 years from now, you're going to be working security at the club. I can see Deion saying that, too.
But if you stay here, though, oh, man, you'll be a legend. Everybody will love you. You'll still be getting women that you never even thought you'd get.
You're going to get all that sweet black poutine for the next 2 years. You still got eligibility. Don't worry about leaving yet. You better hit all the BBLs on campus, look.
Oh, man.
Straight up.
All right. Look, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to feel about this next one. I'm just all over the place with these topics because how do I really feel about them? Because I kind of see both sides on everything, man. People was coming at one of the greatest rappers, man. This dude introduced us all to trap music before Gucci Mane showed us that he was like the real trap music dude.
Facts.
You know, come on.
I feel like Gucci's is the official real first trapper. He came out ashy, greasy, lips was crusty. That's a trap nigga, bro.
Gucci came out and he showed people like, oh, that's what y'all wanted? I'm that, though. I'm that in real life.
That nigga had white beaters with spaghetti stains on it. That's a real trap nigga.
On,
he wasn't even getting fresh for his videos. Gucci was a real one. Hair was nappy.
Y'all better go look at My Kitchen video. It's either My Kitchen or
you gotta,
nigga.
My
Hood
Kitchen was ghetto as hell.
YouTube,
No, you gotta go back to the hood
DVDs.
You gotta go back to the hood DVDs back then. The what was
Hood
the one?
TV?
Hood TV and all
something
that.
like that.
He was out there looking crusty like a real hood in Gucci.
I
Gucci
think it was the
real.
My Kitchen video or the hood nigga video where he was out in the backyard. With the wood
it's
backyard.
The trap house.
They look. Trap house. That's what it is.
I was on a car.
Yeah.
On his head, so I never had a bank account.
Money in the
going
flow.
In, money going out. Spend $100. Yeah, that's what it was. Shout out to Gucci. That's what he was. That was the real Gucci. That's the real Gucci right there. That was my joy.
That's when I got it. That's when I was like, if I was 13, 14, I'd be like, you know what? I can do this. I can sell bricks. I can also sell bricks. I get it. But unfortunately, I was in my late...
start with grams first, bro.
Unfortunately, I was in my late 20s. So I was like, I can't start this now. But I feel it, though. I'm inspired. But anyways, they trying to say one of our GOATs, man. Of course, not Gucci. Let's separate that so far from this.
Gucci has changed his life.
And so far from this.
He clean and moisturized now.
Yeah, we'll say that. I was going a different way with it to disassociate with him, but we'll just say that now. Gucci's a clean
and
free
moisturized
man, millionaire living his life.
Shout out to Guwap.
Still putting young on.
Straight up.
Still doing it.
The trenches, too. Not just, he putting the trenches on. Shout out to Gucci.
Still doing it. But anyway, salute. Trap God right there. Man, let me jump. Hold on. Let me jump off. Anyway.
Pause.
Right. You know, come on, man. You know how the young kids be.
Whoa.
Oh, right. I gotta, you know what? Right. I'll be listening. I'll be watching a lot of young talk. You're right. Everybody, pause for you old guys. T.I. though. How we feel about this? They saying that he's snitching. And they saying that he's snitching because, back to the young people, I assume, is saying that he's snitching
I look at our analytics. Most of our guesses, most of our visitors that come to our page is 30 plus.
But I'm just saying,
that's
what I'm letting them know. What they saying. They feel like T.I. is snitching because of, or some people feel like it because he went on his podcast that I didn't know was still out. I guess he brought it back.
Done with that.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah.
But he brought it back and he went on there to say, you know what I'm saying, to bring... I guess, you know what? Everybody needs the clout. Everybody needs the attention. How would I know that his podcast was back out had he not dropped this bomb on us?
I think he might have did it purposely, too, to be honest.
I'm finna start. You know what? I'm finna start just saying it now. I'm not hold back. I'm gonna say something and then it's gonna blow up. People gonna be like, oh, that exists? Look.
Talk your shit.
T.I. was out there, man, and he just jumped out and said that, I snitched on my, you know what I'm saying, dead homie, I guess.
His cousin.
Yeah. And I didn't know that. I didn't know DJ Toomp.
Oh, I had to go back in.
Rest in peace to DJ Toomp. Rest in peace to DJ Toomp. Much respect to that.
Oh, that's who that was?
Yeah, DJ Toomp, I believe.
The one that used to make his
because he said Toomp.
He did say Toomp.
That's the only Toomp that I know. So if I'm wrong, then God forgive me.
I didn't know he even died.
But if I believe I remember reading
that. Makes my opinion on this topic. It can't be him.
If that's
I thought he said
the same.
Did he say
then
Toon or Toon?
that's the same person. Either way, rest in peace to him.
I had to research that.
But he said that he was in a situation with him. He got caught in a situation with him previous to his death. And after his death, his lawyer came to him and said, you could get out of this if you just do that. And he did that. And thus, we get the free T.I. that we get. We get to see him prosper, make the family hustle, give his kids such the light that he gave them, make more black millionaires, make more money. And that's what we got to see due to that decision. Me personally, how I feel, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm not a street dude. And if I did do anything, if I'm with somebody that's street, I would really, really hope that they let them know he ain't got nothing to do with this. Because that's how real you supposed to be. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I should never have to be in the position to snitch because you're supposed to be as real and say he ain't got nothing to do with it. So I'm just saying that I don't, as far as this go, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because he gone now. And if you my family, if it's me and we do something and I go, I did it.
Okay, so check this out, Craig.
You go. You live life.
You're not incorrect. I'm gonna say you're not incorrect at all. You're not incorrect at all, right? Now, he snitched. Now, it's levels to this though, right? Let's break this down in levels.
It's levels to the snitching shit.
It is though. This snitching shit. This why I never got deep in the streets, bro. I was around dudes who was doing what they was doing. I grew up on the east side of Saginaw. If you want to get into something on the east side, bro, you can get into it. It don't even matter. If you're on the east, north, or the south side of Saginaw, when I grew up, you can get into stuff. You see stuff, people around you doing stuff. It is what it is, right? I'm going to say this about what T.I. was explaining, because I had to go back and listen to it, because I'm like, I don't want to just listen to like some YouTubers talk about it. I want to hear exactly what T.I. said. So what he said was he caught a gun case. Him and his cousin caught this gun case together. They was out on bail, etc. At the time, his cousin passes away. So I don't think it's DJ 2, because the way he was explaining it, it don't sound like it was. It sounded like it was early on. You know what I'm saying? I won't say it was like in the midst of his career, because DJ 2 was producing stuff in the midst of his career when he was hot. So him and his cousin get popped off. His cousin gets killed while they out on bail. His lawyer tells him, hey, to make this case go away, all you got to do is say it was your cousin's. T.I. then goes and explains he went to sleep. Wait a minute. He went to sleep, and in his dream, his cousin came to him and told him
that part,
it was okay to put all the stuff on him. Because he said, after my cousin died, I spoke to him. So that would mean your cousin came to you in a dream or in your head, whatever you want to make it up, and told him it was okay to put the stuff on him. So T.I. put the charges on him, and then he said that's the only time I ever said anything to them, right? Now, I'm going to say two things, right? Number one, that snitching on the dead stuff, people do it all the time. Like, I'm not a street dude, bro. I'm square. Like, I got a job. I got to take care of my kids. Have I done some illegal things in life? Yes. But I wouldn't consider myself a street dude because I know street dudes and I know all the stuff that they do and deal with. I ain't have to deal with all that. So I'm not going to say that. And I'm not going to say I have to abide by the street codes, even though certain codes, it's just in me as a person and I just don't do. So I'm going to say this about what T.I. did. Yes, that is snitching. That's absolutely snitching, because how the dead man going to tell you it's okay to tell on me? But on top of that, now given, it was a gun charge. So it wasn't like,
exactly.
It wasn't a murder charge.
That's
it was
a whole nother
charge.
aspect
it's
of
an aspect we got to definitely put in there, because dudes put their gun. Yeah, context. People put their gun charges on dead people all the time. It's plenty niggas in the hood who get caught with a pistol. If the nigga get locked up, the nigga might just take the charge for the homie anyway, because he's like, nigga, I'm already locked up anyway. I'm gonna just eat that charge too. I'm already doing 10. They serve it concurrent. It ain't gonna add no more time to my shit. I just take care of the charge. So yes, that does happen. But the thing about that situation is when you make it seem like it's okay to tell on the dead, I can't agree with that. Because if that would have been a murder charge, for example, and you do that,
yeah.
Because see, what you do is you put that person's family in harm's way, that person's friends and kids in harm's way.
It's
so I'm
levels
not really big
to
on
this
that. It's
snitching
levels,
shit, and it's context. And you are right about that, because I agree wholeheartedly. If it was a different charge, now you're putting other people in danger. And I also want to say that I may have been, and I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain that I was incorrect, and it wasn't. You was right. It was not DJ Toon.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Toot. I think he said Toot. Because I
don't know.
My cousin.
All I know is that that's what I associated, and I
dude.
was wrong, and I'm sorry, and I wish that I could bleep it out, but we probably said it too much to bleep it out. But I at least want to go on record and say I was wrong. It wasn't that. It wasn't him. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all good. But I just think. No, go ahead.
Yeah. No, you was yeah. You right about that as far as if it was a different. This was a gun charge, so yeah, live off that. Now, you're right. If it was the other way around and it was like on some actual, any type of charge that would have anybody looking at me in a negative light, or if it was any type of charge that would put people that's living after me in danger, no, don't put that on me. But yeah, a gun charge, a drug possession charge, all that, yeah, throw that on me, live your life.
Now, that's what I'm gonna say.
That was me.
I understand.
If I'm gone, if I'm still here, take that. Real nigga.
I understand why he did it, right? I understand like his logic in doing it. He gone anyway. We was together. It's both of our charge. Throw it on bro. I'm good to go, right? But this is the problem. T.I.'s been one of the main people against this not snitching stuff. Check my paperwork. Paperwork part. When the Tekashi 6ix9ine stuff was going on, he was the main one. You never tell, you don't snitch. I ain't never told. Check all my paperwork. But then he admits, I told. So where's the paperwork? This goes to, I want to say this, right? Because I know most of our audience is not younger people. So even the people who are age, who are here still doing they want to, right? I'm going to say this, right? You can't pick and choose when these rules apply. And this is my problem with so many I'm going to say street niggas, because I grew up around street niggas. I don't believe in street niggas. I feel like that's just your job, nigga. That don't mean nothing to me. Like, you do shit in the street, that's just your job.
When has the streets not changed when money came and got involved?
It always changed.
I'm talking about on the lowest level.
The lowest level to the highest level,
you get
to
millions.
The highest level.
If we both broke and we both like street niggas and we get money together and one of us happen to have a grimy bone in our body, but then you get money and I don't, anything could happen. Money fucked up the situation to the point where millionaires now, live by the street code, all of that. But now,
ain't no code.
Now my millions on the line, and I'm living life and everything, and it's such an easy out right there.
This is the problem.
Do I be real? Do I hold it and just be real?
Nah.
And do the 20, 30 years to be real and risk my millions, or do I take the easy out and make my millions?
Real is only who you are. These codes and rules that they tell dudes,
that's why I say it's
fake. It's fake. It's fake the whole time. This is not off topic because it's the same topic. I was watching the BMF documentary that 50 doing currently on Stars, right?
That shit coming back too. I can't wait till that show come back. Shout out to
them. Coming back a couple weeks too. But I read the book before the documentary, so I kind of knew some of these stories. I read the book. The book fire too. Check out the BMF book. It's fire. But so it's on the part.
Cocky, don't they?
But it's something real that happened.
I always feel like they know more than you.
One of the people who the first major snitch in a situation, his name was O-Dog, right? So my man,
hold on, don't spoil it for me, man.
This is known news.
I know, but I don't know it. I didn't read it yet. What if O-Dog get introduced into the series and now I know that this the snitch?
This gonna be if he gets introduced, it's gonna be like 4 years from now. It's gonna be O-Dog. I don't even know if they're going to put him in the
whole show for me.
It's
now
not.
I know.
This is a real story. This was all public news years ago.
All I know is
you gotta
that
read more.
Big drug dealer, Young Jeezy, jail. That's all I know.
O-Dog was one. You remember the song where Jeezy said, "You already know, dog. 745s back to back. Me and O-Dog. I hope you got yours. I keep mine."
I know somebody in my real life who said that they met him, and I believed him, and I will leave his name unnamed.
No, we ain't talking about no name. No, they ain't get convicted. We ain't talking about him. But no, O-Dog was like a big time dude in Atlanta. He get popped off with some work. This is showed on the documentary. He ended up eventually cooperating, right? But the whole point of me bringing that up is, you never know what these dudes going to do until they get pinched. They can be the hardest, toughest, whatever. This is why there's no codes, because the code comes down to who you are. Big Meech had a self-code. He stuck to the code because that's who he was. The streets tell you all these rules, and people break these rules all the time. Even something like, you keep it real. You never do X amount, never do this to your homies. Never do. How many niggas in the streets be trying to fuck their niggas' girls? How many niggas in the streets have set their own homie up to get robbed? Niggas break the rules all the time, but then when niggas break the snitching rule, it's like, oh man, you can't come back from that. But you can't come back from none of the rules you broke. So T.I. is one of the dudes who always acting like, oh, I live by all the street codes, I'm triple OG gangster, no paperwork on me. For you to come out and admit, yeah, I snitched, everything you say cannot be believed at this point. It's just like if your chick cheat on you once, you can't believe that bitch never cheated on you, but only that one time.
I think
don't know
that's
how many times you did it.
That bothers me the most. And I don't know what the fuck you talking about. My girl did only cheat on me one time.
You think?
The one time that I found out. Okay?
The one time you found out.
It's the one time I found out, and that's the one time she cheated. All right, she was a good girl, Queese.
Yeah, T.I. only snitched that one time. He ain't tell that time he got caught with like 73 rifles and automatic weapons, and he ain't snitched that time. He only snitched that one time on his cousin.
Just that one time. Just that one time.
You do it once, you'll do it again, bro.
When was the last time I had millions on the line as opposed to me snitching?
Who said he had millions on the line? This sounded This sounded like this was then. Oh, you talking about for that case?
Yeah, that's the only time.
No, this cousin situation wasn't that case. This is a whole different case. No,
this was the gun case.
No, this wasn't a gun case. This is a whole different case.
Gun case.
No,
this was the big gun case when he was rich already.
This wasn't the gun case.
Nah,
this wasn't.
Nope.
This wasn't even. You trying to find? Nope. See why people trying to find it out?
What he trying to do is pollute my mind, Tyler. He's trying to make me think that T.I. snitched on something that happened when T.I. wasn't T.I.
This was when T.I. This is what he said. He said the time period. This wasn't that case, bro. This wasn't that case. He said this happened back in 2014. This wasn't that case.
That's when it happened.
No, that wasn't that case. That case happened like 2016. That wasn't the case, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, it wasn't the case.
That's gonna get me into a deeper, darker that I don't want to get into.
Niggas be telling, bro. That's why I don't do street stuff.
You know.